Hello and welcome back to the Real Estate Regroup Show. I am your host, LJ Walker. So I listened to Reesa Teesa's account of her Who Did I Marry, right? And I know I'm a bit late on this, but I didn't really think, honestly, to do any kind of review on her because I thought it was just all about love, right? I didn't know real estate was involved. And I noticed that even with all the people who reviewed her, nobody, from what I could see, answered her question. And that was, when you buy a house, do you show proof of funds before signing the contract or after signing the contract? Because you see, that was what was holding her up and her husband at that time from moving forward and purchasing the home. So here goes. Here's how it works. You are supposed to show proof of funds before you sign a contract. That is how it's typically done. Now, you don't have to show the people your bank account or your bank statements. What you do is you go to the bank and you ask one of the bankers to write a letter to state that you have an account in this particular bank and it has X amount of money in it. And they're supposed to do it on the bank letterhead. Okay, so that this way your privacy is still uh, held because they don't have access to your account number. They just know what you have in the bank at that particular time and which bank you have it at. That's it. Why is this necessary? Because the reason why it is necessary to show proof of funds is because some people, like Tessa's husband, will not have funds. And they will go and look at a house, look at a property, and they say they're going to buy a house. They want to buy a house, but they don't have the funds to do it. So if you go ahead and you sign a contract with these people, you literally are tied to that person and you got to wait until they actually have the funds in order to buy the house. Suppose they never have the funds because they don't know how to save money, or because of some sort of litigation, they're not able to make that obligation as far as providing the funds. That's why it's also good to put a date as far as when the funds are supposed to be delivered to you. Because if they're not able to produce the funds within a certain specified period of time, then you can move on to the next person. But if you don't have that timeline in there, and if you don't verify that this person has the funds, then guess what? You're tied and you're locked into that person for a long, unreasonable amount of time. So that's why that's very important. The other thing I wanted to touch on was the fact that even though he had the quote unquote Chase Bank letter stating that he had $750,000, and we all know that that was fake. People are doing that a lot now. They're using AI to create fake paperwork, fake bank statements, fake uh, paycheck, pay stubs, the whole 9 yards. So that's why you have to nowadays take it a step further, and you have to contact these institutions, if you will, just to verify, yes, this is going on, this is what's happening. Is this true or not? Because a lot of people are getting ripped off because of this. AI has unfortunately made things too easy for people. Okay, so guys, that's really all. I mean, yeah, I can go into a couple of other things uh, regarding this, but I'm not a dating coach, so I don't want to go too heavy into the love thing. The other thing I would definitely say too, I almost forgot, is that they did move rather quickly. She showed him her house, I believe, within the first 2 weeks of meeting each other, or actually first few days of meeting one another. That's not a good look. That's not a good look in this day and age, where there are so many people out here that are conning other people. It's best that you don't have the guy pick you up where you are. It's best that you do meet each other at a particular destination and that you leave each other at that particular destination. Don't go inviting anybody into your house so quick, so soon after you just meet. It's not good. It's not good at all, because predators look at that. And she even mentioned that she felt that her ex-husband, when he saw that she lived in this townhome and he lived in that one room, he was like, yes, let me see what I got to do in order to get her. You know, that's something that I had to learn early on. So guys, yeah, that's basically it. That's my 2 cents on the whole situation on the real estate part of her story. I do think it's an interesting story. I understand that she's getting a TV show also as well. I haven't caught that, but if you guys have and you know a little bit more about it, feel free to drop that down in the comment section. Also, feel free to click on like, share this amongst your friends, because each one reach one, teach one. Bye for now. Until next time, have a good night.